Greetings, family. So, as we enter into this next season, I've been thinking about this season. I told you I've been fasting and praying, and that I'm looking forward to our time of fasting and praying, our 40 days that begins on January 1st. I hope that you are preparing yourself as we enter in. I've been really thinking about this coming year and the number 15. 15 is a very crucial and critical time. It's the time when God speaks to us about the next 15. It's the time of the open door. It's the time of one favor. It just takes one word from God. The time that you turn 15, if you really think about it, God hasn't really said anything else to you since you turned 15 about purpose. Because from the age of 15 to the age of 30, you're working to fulfill divine purpose. From the age of 30 to 45, if you cross the age of 45, you know that you're operating in your divine purpose, that you should be fulfilling that divine purpose. From 45 to 60, you usually realize there's a greater purpose. And so now I'm really excited. I'm really excited because I'm in one of those time frames. I know I look 30, but in any case, I'm very excited about this coming year. I want to give you a couple of scriptures and a word so that we can focus together and hit this thing. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians, actually I think it's 1 Corinthians 16:9. 1 Corinthians 16:9 says, "For a great door and effectual is opened unto me, and there are many adversaries." Now in the past, I would have told you to focus on the adversaries at the door and to deal effectively with them. But this year, I have a divine revelation as we cross over and enter into our great door. I have entered into many great doors and not been effective. You can focus so strongly on the adversary that it causes you to be ineffective once you enter the great door. But this time, you're going to enter the great door. Marriage is a great door. New careers, new insight, new ministry is a great door. There are many things in our life that represent the great door. But in order to be effectual, we're going to have to focus on the glory. The Bible says that as the Israelites were leaving Egypt, that there was a pillar of a cloud released, that pillar had two sides, that on one side of the cloud there was fire. The fire was to keep out the enemy, to deal, listen, with the enemies at the gate. It was to keep Egypt away from Israel. But that on the other side there was light, the light of God's glory. That's what the children beheld. They beheld the glory of God, and it was to keep them from going back to Egypt. It was to stop them from trying to join the army of Egypt against their own, so that they would not have, listen, personal selfish battles, so that they would not have internal struggles, so that they would not find out that they were their own worst enemy. Indeed, it goes on to say that when it was time for them to enter into the promised land from the wilderness, then an angel was dispatched from the Lord to speak to them behind them. Behind them, the angel said, "Walk ye in the way and don't go to the left or to the right." The best thing that you can get in the season to come is divine directions. You just need one really good direction from the Lord. Sometimes we treat the Lord familiar and we act like he's just speaking to us every day. But really, it's not like that. There is a divine reverberation release when the Lord gives his direction. When he gives us direction, the speaking is just to keep pushing us back to the path of direction. And 15 represents one direction. It represents one favor. It represents one grace. You just need one really good effective door, one really good great door from the Lord. That great door will bring forth a domino effect, a domino that will release you into your divine promise, that will release you into your divine graces, that will release you into your divine fulfillment. May this year he crown your year, your 2014, with goodness. May he show you a sign and a token of greatness. May he cause you to see the great and effectual door, and may it surely open for you, and may this be your season that you enter that door, and that you have the greatest time of effectiveness that you've ever had in your life. I bless you with the commanded, irrevocable, undeniable, permeating blessing of the Lord. May you have the reverberation of his word resounding in you from this season of fasting, from this season of prayer, from this season of consecration. May he lead you in the way. May you be found, listen, holding, touching, tasting, and living in the blessings of God. I bless you today. Be blessed.